Hi everyone, I'm Jonathan Baumgart, the CEO of Atomic Consulting. Today I want to talk about the top 4 offshore Forex broker destinations. So I hope you're ready. Let's get started. Okay, so the purpose of this video is to discuss what, in our view, are the most popular and recognized offshore destinations. And we'll start that off with Vanuatu. So Vanuatu is a relatively well-known region. It's been regulating FX for some time now, and the reason it makes our list is this is one of the few offshore regions that make it relatively easy to obtain a license. The capital requirements are set at 50,000 USD, which is fairly reasonable. Note that you also have to get insurance, PI insurance, in order to obtain this license, and it still has a relatively quick time for approval. All of these reasons make Vanuatu an attractive region. Now, with that said, there are some challenges as it relates to banking. You're more or less limited just to Vanuatu itself, and the reputation of the region is so-so depending on who you talk to. However, if it's a first-time license, we think it's an excellent consideration, and that's why Vanuatu made the list. So as always, if you wanted to explore Vanuatu further, feel free to contact our team. We're more than happy to have a longer discussion with you about the region. So up next, we have Labuan, Malaysia. Now, it's up to debate whether you want to consider Labuan offshore. It's not so much an island nation, so to say, like other regions. However, for the sake of argument, I'm just going to refer to it as an offshore destination, mostly due to the leverage that's offered, which is far higher than you would find in Australia or Europe and other parts of Asia. That makes Labuan a very attractive region. There now are many brokers who want to add Labuan to the list of jurisdictions that they can provide to their clients, mostly due to the leverage which you're able to offer, which currently is set at 100 to 1. Labuan has excellent banking. That's one of the major advantages in working in the region. It's very easy to get access to PSPs once the license has been approved. So that's a definite plus. At the moment, the capital is set at 500,000 Malaysian ringgit, which at the time of this video is around $130,000. But if you've been in FX for any bit of time, you know that's subject to change. This is what makes Labuan attractive, but bear in mind the license is for what we call A-book or STP only. So you aren't allowed to perform any market making. And as a final thought about Labuan, you're not allowed to target clients in Malaysia. That is one of the rules as it relates to the license. So, if you want to learn more, feel free to reach out to us. So what we have next on the list is Seychelles. So I bring up Seychelles because it has quite a positive reputation. We actually get asked about Seychelles a lot. There are a fair amount of relatively well-known brokers who, in addition to a license in Europe, Asia, perhaps Australia or New Zealand, also carry a Seychelles license. So for this reason, we think it's a region worth exploring. And if you were to visit the directory of the brokers that are currently regulated in Seychelles, you'll find that there are a fair amount of well-known names. So Seychelles carries a high reputation. With that said, it isn't the easiest license to obtain. Of all the regions I'll mention in this video, it generally takes the longest in terms of approval. That's not to say it's not worth considering, but you need to be patient. With that in mind, it still will be much faster than if you were to apply for regulation anywhere in Europe or Australia, where timelines generally exceed 12 months and sometimes go past that. So with that said, it's from a relative standpoint, it's still a pretty quick region. What's attractive about Seychelles is that you can do market making. There's no limits on leverage, which, as I mentioned in my previous video on offshore regions, is just a common theme, and it's why these jurisdictions are very popular. So to learn more, just reach out to us. We'll be happy to discuss it. And finally, last but not least, is Mauritius. So, Mauritius makes the list because of its reputation. I would say, in terms of Seychelles or Mauritius, it's a toss-up. Both jurisdictions are quite popular. They're both very well known. I would say that it's a little bit easier to get approval in Mauritius. It doesn't take as long. And what's also attractive is the capital in Mauritius is only 33,000 US dollars, making it one of the lower capital requirement regions. With that said, similar to Seychelles, this license isn't the easiest to obtain. If you are relatively new to the industry and you only have a little bit of experience, you may have some challenges getting approved. We can still help out. So for specific details, you want to contact us. But in general, Mauritius carries a very positive reputation throughout the FX investment community. There are many ASIC, FCA, and EU or CISIC licensed brokers that are also licensed in Mauritius, along with many liquidity providers. So if these brokers and if these other firms found Mauritius was worthwhile, then obtaining a license puts your firm right in that same pack. On top of that, just like all offshore regions, you can offer deposit bonuses, promotions, market making is possible, and there's really no leverage restrictions. That's what makes Mauritius an attractive region. So feel free to contact us if you wanted to learn more. And in general, we know that there's a lot of regions. We have a second video that covers some of the less well-known, but also popular offshore regions. So make sure to check that out. Our goal here is to provide you with the information you need to make the right decision. But as always, if you wanted some more in-depth consultation, you definitely want to reach out to our team. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you can be updated whenever we release and publish a new video. And make sure to reach out if you have any questions. We're more than happy to help you. So thank you very much. Have a great day.